Hey, this is Aflevavi from LickNerve.com, and it's time for another viewer request. And in this video we're gonna learn another Beatles tune, Here Comes the Sun. This is an ingenious tune, an ingenious guitar composition, which is an arrangement of the song within the song. So first I'm gonna play it for you, and then we're gonna break it down lick by lick. And not only are we going to learn this, I'm gonna show you different ways you can play this. I'm gonna show you how you can play it fingerstyle, how you can play it with a pick, and we're gonna also improvise on it a little. I'm gonna show you small adjustments you can make to make it sound the way you want to play it. You can, of course, play the original tune, but if you want to play with it a little, I'm going to show you different ways you can do that. Little changes to the chords and such. So first, let me play it. I'm going to play it twice. I'm going to play every part. First fingerstyle, then with a pick, so you can hear the difference. The first part goes like this. Okay, now with a pick. Right? Now, that was the verse, now the chorus. Now with a pick. Now for the C part. Back to the beginning. Now with a pick. That's how the song goes. Now you can hear the differences. It's subtle, but both versions enable you to play different things, including the improv we're gonna perform after we learn it. We're gonna learn this without a capo. Why? Because it's easier to think about open chords instead of trying to translate everything to frets 7, 9, and 10. So we're gonna learn this in an open position in D, and then, of course, we're gonna transform it back up to 7. Now, the capo is on the 7th fret, and you just refer to the 7th fret as your open position, and 9 is your 2, 10 is your 3. So, let's first learn this and then transcribe it. Alright, so let's begin. You begin with D. Let's play, I'm gonna teach it fingerstyle, and then I'm gonna teach you how to play it with a pick, because I'm a fingerstyle player. The versions are basically the same. Both versions have the exact same notes in them, except for the pick being unable to pick something like this. That's it. But it's a very small difference between both versions, so don't be discouraged. Everything I teach, I'm gonna show exactly how to pick, the direction of the picking pattern and everything. So don't worry, by the end this video is over, you're gonna know how to play Here Comes the Sun. So, a D chord. Let's play the verse first, okay? I'm gonna play it slowly. Alright? It's just 3 chords, G, D, G, D, and A, or D, G, and A if you want it by order, with the first ending and the second ending. The second ending is just this, just the A chord. Alright, thought I was out of tune. Anyway, you begin with D, and you pick the D bass, and then you pick the entire chord. Alright, same with the pick. Alright, the emphasis is on the F sharp, 2 on the E string, and then you play the B string, and then open E string, then 2 on the E string again. Alright, so bass, chord, B string, open E string, 2 on the E string again. Then the B string again. So then the bass again. Then you can either play the entire chord or just the F sharp, and then open E string, then B string on 3, it's still the chord. Then you take the chord off and you play an open B string. So it sounds like this. Or, okay, with the pick. Or, okay, with the chord or without the chord. We were here. Okay, now the G bass, and then 3 on the B string, open E string, then the B string on 3 again. Okay, that's how it sounds together. So G bass, 3 on the E string, on the E bass of course, 3 on the G, on the B string, open E string, 3 on the B string again. This is of course a G6 chord. Alright? This is G6 because it's an open E string. So if this is G, and this is G major 7, and this is G7, this is G6. Okay, just a small calculation if you want me to explain. Alright, so we were here. Now the first ending. Okay, that's the first ending. Okay, now you can either play a full A chord or an A7 chord. Both of them are, they play the same role, they're dominant chords, so both of them sound right. That's the A7. That's A. The A7 is a bit sharper in sound, it gives a stronger feel, but you can play A, you can play A7, you can sometimes play A, sometimes play A7. We're going to discuss it more when we go into improv. So, the first ending is open B string, then the A string up to the B string, then open B string again, then 2 on the B string again, 3 on the B string, then open E string. So it's open B string, A, 0, 2, 3 on the B string, open E string. Now you can, if you play it finger style, actually even if you play it with a pick, you can harmonize with the G string all the way. If we're playing an A chord, now with an A7 chord, okay? Notice the small difference in sound. Then you play the same D and G sequence again. there's a small difference in the G. You play the same, the two D bars. First bar, second bar. Now G, you play the G bass again. Then you play on the E string 2, 0. Then 3 on the B string. Right? And you can pick the G when you're going up to the F sharp. Alright? Then A. Right? Up to the B string. Or A7. You can also just pick it instead of strumming it. This is strumming, this is picking. Right? So, we're done with the verse. Now let's play it slowly from the top. First ending. Again. The change there on the G chord. This is actually just outlining a D over G chord. Okay, it's just or you can call it G major 7 into a G6, then A or A7. Right. Still not going to the pick. We're gonna learn the verse. We're gonna learn everything, then we're gonna come back to the pick. So, excuse me, I was gonna say chorus. We just learned the verse. We're gonna learn the chorus now, and after we learn the chorus, we're gonna take the pick. So, okay, here comes the sun. So, D again. Then open E string, then 2 on the E string again, then B string on 3. So, then D bass again, and then the same as the beginning of the verse, only this time you finish with an open B string. Okay? Okay, so 2 on the E string, 3 on the B string, 0 and 2 on the B string, on the E string, open B string. Then G with the second variation of the verse. Okay, 2 on the E string, open E string, 3 on the B string. Then E7. Okay, now in the original song, I think George Harrison doesn't play anything, but the chord is E7. So you can either just leave the D note ringing, 3 on the B string, or you can outline an E chord, an E7 chord. So just play this note from, and then either keep it ringing or play it again, then play the E bass, and if you want you can play 1 on the G string and then 3 on the B string. I like to play it, I just play it really low. Okay, really low key, just to hint on the chord. And then this. Okay, it's alright. So D again, D bass, D chord, open E string, 3 on the B string. Okay, notice the pattern. This little lick comes around. It's the motif of the song. It comes around all throughout the verse and the chorus. Now this. Okay, it's all right. And then this. Okay, so what is this? Second finger on 3 on the B string. Yes, second finger, because they're not playing a D chord. You're getting ready for a solo. So, second finger on the D note on 3 on the B string. Then you get your first finger ready on the second fret of the G string. So you play this, you play the A note on the G string, and then you put your third finger on 4 on the G string. You don't take your first finger off. You have both first and third finger on 2 and 4 on G, and you play the G, B, and E strings. G on 4, B on 3, open E string. Okay? Remember, you played the A note before, so it sounds like this. Then you take the third finger off, so you're left with 2 and 3, and you play again. Then you take your first finger off, so you're left with 0, 3, and 0. Then you put your first finger again on 2. Okay, so it's basically a series of arpeggios changing its bass note. So it's 4, 2, 0, and 2 on the G string. 4, 2, 0, 2. Right? Or if you want to talk in notes, it's B, A, G, A again. And remember, you play the A note before you begin the series of arpeggios. So it's okay, and then a small solo, 3, 2, 0 on the B string, 2 on the G string, and then you play this again. Okay, your first lick of the song, and the first ending of the verse. Okay, so together. Okay, and you're back to the verse. Okay, I'm in a dilemma whether we should go to the C part, finish the song, and then go to the pick, or yeah, I think that's the right way to go at it. So the C part goes like this. Okay, and then a series of arpeggios again, and then again. Okay, so you build up to it by playing this. Okay, the first lick of the song again, and then just A. Then you hammer on the A bass. You hammer on from 0 to 4 with your third finger, because you're gonna need the first in a second. And then you use your first finger for 2 on the D string. Right? Okay? Okay? Just a small hammering on lick. And then an F arpeggio. F is, of course, 1 on the B string, 2 on the G string, 3 on the D string. I left the E string out because you don't need to play it. You play the D, G, and B strings. Then you play C, a C chord. You just play the A, D, and G strings. Okay, A on 3, D on 2, open G string. Then G over B, where you just press the B bass, 2 on the A string, open D string, open G string. And then you complete the G chord and you play 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, open D string. Okay? G. So it's F, C, G over B, this again, and you play it again. And then you play this again with the first ending. And you begin again. Okay? Now we're done with the first part of the lesson. So we're moving on to the pick. Now the picking pattern of this song is always down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What do I mean by that? Most of the time when you play a downstroke, you play a bass note or the bass notes of the chord. You're gonna see what I mean in a second. When you play up, an upstroke, you play the lick. Okay? Now that you know what to play, let's concentrate on my picking hand. Take a look. Okay? Notice that every time I strum down, I can play a bass note of my choosing. This was an exaggerated example. And every time I play up, I play the lick. So again, down, this is the bass. And then down, because it's the whole chord. Then up. Then down, up again, because it's the lick. Then, and then up, I play the lick. The idea is that the licks are being played on the off beat. Okay, every downbeat is with the downstroke, and every offbeat is played up on the upstroke. So. Notice what I'm doing here. Okay? Now you don't have to play the bass notes every time. I'm exaggerating here so you can understand the pattern. And then got it? Slower. Okay? You're noticing what I'm doing? I can't explain it without you trying it. You have to try it to get it under your fingers. You have to try it to get it into the motion. I'll try to play it even slower. Try to notice the hand and try to listen to the bass notes. The chorus. Okay? And from here on out, it's just a simple downstroke picking pattern. This is all with downstrokes. Okay, just picking down. Back to the picking pattern. Okay, now the third part, the C part. Okay, downstrokes again. Now, everything I played up till now was an exaggerated version. You don't have to play this many bass notes. you can just insert one or two every now and then. Okay? In moderation. Now, this is where we get to the improvisation part, because moderation is all about improv, because you choose where to play the bass notes. Now, there are many things you can do with this one. I just want to remind you that you can go to the website and download the tab, of course, and if you want to give something back, there's a donation button on the website. The dogs would love a snack. Anyway, I'd be grateful for any donation. Of course, the snack thing was just a joke. All the money goes back to Lick and Riff into making these lessons. Anyway, let's go on. I'll try to improvise a little on it, and I apologize in advance if this will seem too much, because I'll try to get as much improv into this as I possibly can. Okay? Then I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Let's hope this sounds good. Something like that. I kind of liked what I had going on in the verse and the chorus, but the C part went completely awry. So what did I do? I just added a couple of different rhythms into the rhythm. I just put some emphasis on different beats. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I slide into the D chord. Right? You can do that if you want. You can hammer on and pull off some notes. Right? Okay? Where appropriate. Or even, right? Double hammer on and pull off. Right? Just from an open string to 2 or 3, wherever there are 2s and 3s. Also on A. Right? Or, okay, you can change the rhythm. Okay, and just add some more notes to it. Okay? Let your creativity speak through the guitar. Don't judge what comes out. Okay? Don't judge any idea before you play with it enough to know if it fits or if it doesn't. Sometimes an idea would sound really bad, but with a little tweaking to the rhythm, or just by adding a small embellishment or taking off some embellishments, it will sound really good. As you've noticed, I've tried to hammer on and pull off at the beginning of the bar, and it's too much. But if I hammer on and pull off at the end of the bar, or the second bar, then it sounds good. Alright? The hammer-on doesn't fit at the beginning, it fits at the end. I couldn't know that unless I tried. So we've had a slide, and we've had hammer-ons and pull-off. Now the same on the G. Or just hammering on the 3. You can slide into the G2. then you can slide into A as well. Oh, I did something with the I think I did this, or with sixths. It's just I'm playing sixths on the, I hate that word, sixths. I hate that word, sixths. On the B and D strings. You can play zeros and twos, or you can play 1 and 2 as well. Okay, for that bluesy sound. Or 0 and 2, or with 1. Okay, now I harmonized the D note with 4 on the D string because it's within the D chord, it's within the scale. So, or, and you can also harmonize the open E string with an open G string, or 2 on the G string if you want the A major chord sound. If you want the 7th chord sound, you play the open E string and G string. That's what I think I did. Okay. Again, if you want a really weird sound, you can play 3 and 3. Okay, that's weird sound. And oh, and then you can, this is really interesting. This is an interesting sound. Let me just see what I can play with this. Alright, so it's a B flat, and this turns it into a D minor scale for a second. So you can use it if you want. It sounds interesting, and then you can just lower it down to a. I lowered it down to a sus form. I left the D note on. You can also lower it down back to A. So. Go on. Now with the small solo, I don't think I did anything interesting. I just played with the rhythm. Something like that. You can play with it. Try to find your own little licks, or don't. You don't have to. You don't have to improvise on it. And just the point of this is that you can play the song and find new ways to play it. You don't have to improvise all through the song. You can play this. Okay, just sliding into it. I'm just showing you different ways. I told you this is an exaggerated version. I'm trying to exaggerate and show you everything you can do with it. Of course, this is not everything you can do with it because that would go way outside a lesson for Here Comes the Sun. So, this is Here Comes the Sun. By the way, the capo on 7, try to improvise with a capo. It will change everything. Because this thin ukulele-like sound really changes everything. It gives you a lot of options that you don't have with the basis sound of the open position. This is high, and treble notes go very well together, even if they don't fit. while bass notes, bassier notes, tend to get a bit cluttered if you try to fit in too much into them. So you've got a lot more improv options up here. Anyway, let's finish the lesson and let you go get this under your fingers and practice. I hope the last part of this lesson was beneficial for you. If not, let me know. I'll never do it again. Or I will. This is my channel. I can do pretty much whatever I want. You don't have to watch it. But I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that it wasn't a waste of your time. But you've learned Here Comes the Sun. So before you go, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and go download the tab from the website. As I said before, the donation button, if you want, click it, give something back to Lick and Riff. Everything goes back to making these lessons. Thank you very much in advance for any donation you choose to make. I'm Asaf Levavi. I've really enjoyed this one. I hope you did too. Write me in the comments and let me know how it goes. Go enjoy this one, and I'll see you the next lesson. Thank you very much for watching.